Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Back. See it. Ready, go.
2nd and 13. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. There he goes left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch time. Tight end right. We got three, fellas. We got 3. Hey, watch the shit. Check 26.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, you don't want to let's go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Now he's going to go up top over the middle into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Watch the safety creep. Go. Motion. Check. Shift. Hurry. Hit it.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
55.
To throw on 2nd down. Daniels. And Thomas has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
5.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. Flush to his right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Mike 50. I'm going to run you over. Slam. Kill.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And an alley to run. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
No.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Come on. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. You're out. Alert 3. Let happen.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
On the ready. Boy, 47. Check, 47. Now watch one. Echo. March 47.
Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 20. Cooper was the target there. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Running with Kamara. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Arizona, 91. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Watch the out. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Come on, boy. Sit.
On 3rd down, Daniels. Thomas has got it, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
2 times. 4 down.
Kamara try the right side. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Mike, 55. Hey, Alpha.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Elliott on 1st down. Got to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Flare. Lock it. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Out. Jump hard. You got tape.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. Gets past one man. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big run that time by Elliott. Give him 69 yards on the ground. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. This is first and goal from about the 8.
Wide, get wide. Kill.
Now Elliott. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be second and goal now. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Hey, wahoo! 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Here we go, D. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Watch the curve. Check. Yeah. Check, 55 to Mike. Ready.
Here's second and 8. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. 55 is Mike, 55.
On first down, Daniels. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throwing again. Daniels. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Check. Fresno.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on fourth down. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Yes.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Watch the pass. 55, Mike, guys, 55. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Mike, 55.
Back to throw. Daniels. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Get ready. Mike, 55. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Now.
A final shot before break. Daniels. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Down. 10 logo. Check 55 to Mike. Pilot 64. Weak. Switch. Tighten up. Hit it.
They run it again with Kamara.
It's running.
Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
You got nothing. Hey, Charlie. We're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. 55, Mark, guys. 55. It's a party now. Steve Griffin.
To throw on 3rd down, Daniels. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, high 7. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
2nd and 9 now. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Mike, 55.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Cowboys' 33-yard line.
Ready? Check 55 to Mike. He don't know no better. Get it.
Now they try the right side here. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 55, Mark, 55. Man, I got you.
From the gun, Daniels. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Elliott. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
They can't hang with us. Check 9, check 9. He's checking. Crash. Undercrush.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. 7 innings. I got one. Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage.
Here we go.
But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Deuce. Go on. Rush in. Check now.
On second down, it's Elliott. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
That's it.
Second and 10 at the Saints' 40-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Race don't travel.
2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Look at me, zipper! Now!
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
The Saints first down.
Let's go now! 18 Gator. Ready?
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Again, it's Kamara. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, you! Check 55 to Mike! Check 55 to Mike! In the face!
From the gun, Daniels. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
A 61-yard attempt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. A big play here for Dallas. 66 yards.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Chad, you're out. 10-2, son. Got it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it second and goal.
Second and goal.
Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Alex Anzalone in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for New Orleans, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skill, you did. Playing skill. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip.